The Nikki Clarke Show, transforming lives one story at a time. If you would like to be a guest or become a part of our live studio audience or even to become a sponsor, just go to www.nikkiClarkenetwork.com.
All right, Calvin, you brought the energy. That's awesome. Yeah, I am so pumped. Now, how did you learn what you do so well? Where did you get this from, this talent?
A couple places. I was an actor originally.
Okay.
And I also met Tony Robbins personally.
Did you?
Yeah.
What's he like? He's tall, isn't he?
He's huge. Humongous. Captain Big Hands.
Captain Big Hands.
So I met him about 10 years ago, and took over a group in the city called the Toronto Power Group. And from there, I've been in front of close to 8,000 people now, doing that sort of an event I'm just in here for them. And so it's kind of honed my craft over the last eight years or so. Yeah.
Okay, so he's been a very amazing influence in your life, and
Absolutely.
And the resources that you have to teach, the teaching tools, those are your own based on your experiences, or what you've kind of...
It's a combination. So I've read a lot of books, watched a lot of CDs. I've been meeting him personally, being coached by him personally, and then kind of taking my own tweaks to see how can I get my voice out to the audience.
Okay.
Originally I was playing his notes at first, simply because I had to find my own. But once I found my own, I was able to kind of craft it and hone it to find my own space, and that's how it came together.
Now, were you challenged with motivation? Is that why you went into motivating others? Or have you always been a very highly motivated person?
Yeah, I was kind of nerdy that way. Right? As a kid, I was a very competitive athlete. And
What did you play?
I played volleyball, basketball, and soccer. Pretty much from when I was like 5 until I was 25. Did that. Long time sports.
But you're only 23. I don't get the math.
19, it's a black thing. It's amazing. So I just love the, make it happen and do the impossible kind of space, and film too. So seeing it in movies like Rockies and that kind of stuff, you're like, this is just awesome. Mm-hmm. And so it wasn't necessarily that I needed it, I just was really drawn to it. And then to be able to do it as a profession, I thought I'd love to be able to do that at some point.
Okay. Hey, you acted in movies or?
Yes, I've done some TV and film.
TV and film.
So
okay.
it's
Something that we'd recognize?
Degrassi, Next Generation.
Degrassi? Did you ever hang out with Drake?
No. Not that episode. So some local stuff, commercials, TV shows, movies, little things here and there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So how do you motivate people? We just got a little taste of what you do, but what are the other tools that you provide?
One of the main things, like I'm a coach and a speaker.
Right.
Okay. And so my brand is finding a way to win. So I do help people to use creativity and tenacity to beat the competition. That's sort of what I do. And so how I do that is first figure out what their outcome is. So people come to me going, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. Where do I go? Where do I turn?
Right.
Okay, well, first of all, where do you want to go? Right. Once I have that established, I think, okay, where are you now? Now I just got to close the gap. Okay. That's the general nutshell of what I do. The next bit on that is, why do they want it? What's the deep reason? So usually people aren't following through.
Right.
It's because they're not touching that deeper value. And so I try to tap into that as well, get them moving in the right direction.
Okay. Now, you've been traveling extensively. Like, where have you been over the last few months?
I was just recently in Chicago. I was in Portugal. Where else was I in? Atlanta, a lot of the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of busy.
That is amazing. So what's coming up next? Where are you going to?
Nowhere distance-wise. I'll be in Toronto. So we have an event October 7th here at the Robert Gill Theatre, U of T. And it's our season opener. It's going to be huge. And then on the 10th, I'm doing the Basket Brigade, where I'm feeding 100 families in Toronto for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get into that? Is that something that you are actively involved in, or just something that you...
The Basket Brigade, well, the Power Group has been going for 8 years, so that's our season opener is that October 7th.
Okay.
The Basket Brigade I got involved with about 2-3 years ago.
Okay, why?
Partially through Tony, right? Because Tony has this thing called the Basket Brigade where he helps feed families across the U.S.
Okay.
And he kind of says, go out and do it near a local city. And so 2 years ago, I started myself. And so this year, we're on pace to do 100 families. It's going to be crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations for everything you do. And, as a teacher, I was a college professor for 10 years, and now I believe that I'm teaching in a different way. I am fulfilled through this whole mission, and I gain a lot. What are some of the things that you're learning when you go about your mission of motivating others?
Yeah, it's not so typical, or the journey isn't so easy, and I think that one of the biggest takeaways I've gotten from being on stage and being on the phone is that people get into this self-improvement space and they think just because it's positive, it's going to work,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's not necessarily true, right? There's this action piece that people miss,
Call to action.
right? And they just don't take, and that's the biggest piece. They think I got to get a vision board, or I got to say the right phrase, or affirmations. Like, no, you just got to get off your ass and do it,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
That's the biggest takeaway. And I'll see people in coaching sessions where it goes a year and they're just not moving forward because you're not taking action. Just do it. Just go for it. That's the biggest piece I picked up.
Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. So where can people find you to book you, to find out maybe some of your acting reels? It must be online, right?
They're hidden. You can find me at calvinstrachan.com. So CalvinStrachan.com. Everything's there. My email, my LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, like everything's on there. So that's the best place to go.
Okay, take us out with, just look into the audience lens,
Yeah.
something very motivating, something that you'd like to
Something-
share.
Very motivating to share. One of the biggest pieces that I tell my clients is that imagination is more important than intelligence. You may have a big goal, a lofty goal, and you say, how do I do it? How do I make it happen? Well, the how-to isn't necessarily that most important piece. The important piece is the creativity, right? Einstein said it first. Imagination is more important than intelligence. So allow yourself just to dream, to create, just try something, and you'll find a solution.
Calvin Strachan, everybody.